Welcome back to the Breakfast Blade video. I'm just doing a video just before the Christmas period, just to fill you in where I'm at and what I'm doing with the Breakfast Blade, and to be honest, what else I've been doing, and a little bit about me. So started off the Breakfast Blade video in the summer or spring summer. What I wanted to do was do some local videos on my new blade, going round and trying the local biker friendly cafes and showing you what the food was like and what the price was like for the food. And then as soon as I brought it off the road in the winter, some alterations I wanted to do to the bike to suit me and my riding styles and what I wanted out of the blade. So just before we go into what I'm going to be doing, I just thought I'd give you a little background of me, my bikes, etc. So all my life I've rode bikes. Started off on the fields on my cousin's Italy Jet, little crosser scrambler thing. Absolutely awesome, 50cc, tiny little bike. Great fun, that's where it all began. And then when I was old enough to ride, actually I was a little bit older, I think I was about 19, I had a GS 125 off my brother. So he sorted me out. That was my first bike. Rode it for, I don't know, 6 months, 8 months. And then I had an AR 125 two-stroke, because the GS was obviously 4-stroke. Absolutely loved it, liked its riding position, everything. And then I did my test on the AR 125. The plan was, when I had the GS 125, I went on a mate's, or on the back of my mate's RD 250 LC. It was absolutely phenomenal. That was it. I had the buzz. When it hit that power band at 6.5 grand, I wanted one. That was it. I want one, and no matter what, I was going to get one. So as I said, I had the GS, then I had the AR 125, and then when I had the AR 125, I was going to pass my test. So I'd done a 3-day direct access course and passed my test. Before I passed my test, I'd already brought an RD 350 LC in yellow, Kenny Roberts, dog rough, but it was an RD 350 LC. It had Nikon race pipes. It was a bitch to start. It was overjetted. It was running way too rich. The plugs kept fouling. How many times I had to take the plugs out with a lighter, jacket over the top. Rob, I need the pictures where you see me at the service station, jacket over me, lighting up these plugs to dry them, mate. So anyway, so I bought the RD 350 LC. I said, so loud, people said they could hear me 2 miles away. It was so loud with them Nikon race pipes. It was a total beast of a bike. So I ended up stripping it down, rebuilding it, new colour. It was black and fluorescent green. Again, story behind that, I went to a place called Stourport on the back of me mate RD 250 LC, and while we was parked up in Stourport, we seen a black and fluorescent green RD, and it was just, wow, that's what I want, that's the one I want. So I ended up doing one in black and fluorescent green. Loved the bike, it was awesome. And then things got in the way, got married. I say got in the way, I got married, etc. So come off the bikes. But just after the LC, I had what did I have? I had a Kawasaki Z650 sit upright, and I went for a courier's job on that, but just didn't like the bike. That bike went, didn't have it long. And then I come off bikes for a bit. And then my dream bike was the GSX-R. There used to be a video called Blood Runners, and it had a Mark 1 slab side GSX-R on this video. Don't know if anyone ever remembers Blood Runners. And basically storyline, little short video, was there was these bikers, and whenever there was a heart, lung or kidney or what, they'd jump on the bike, go to the hospital, grab this heart and transport it. So anyway, wanted one of them. A few years went by, I ended up having a slab side GSX-R. Big story behind that. Picked it up and riding home, after about a mile it started to slow down, like it was dragging. It's like, what was wrong with this? So I tried to like push through it, so I dropped it down again, tried to accelerate, kept trying to pull back, and I just like, come on, and I just naive, just trying to get it to go as fast as I can, and then suddenly it just slowed and spat me straight off. End result was, apart from smashed up engine casings and that, end result was the pistons in the caliper, the right side pistons was seized solid. So as the disc warmed up, expanded, it just basically started to bind, and then it just spat me off. It just totally locked up, spat me off. So never confident with that bike ever since that day. Well, I ended up having it a few years. Come off bikes a bit again, and then there was only one other bike what really caught my eye, and that was the new R1 at the time. And then ended up with an R1. Phenomenal bike. It's definitely been the best bike I've ever had was that 1999 R1. Had that for a while. I had it absolutely pristine. Even got my mate to blow over it. I put some really cool, nice new decals on it, on the belly pan and that, like sponsorship and all that sort of stuff. See if I can pull a picture up and that. And got my mate to blow over it with a lacquer. It was just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And then I was let down with picking up a pet, so I thought, I'm not going to rely on anyone anymore. I'm going to pass my driving test. So bought a Rover 25, 6 weeks later passed my test, and I fancied the Mitsubishi Warrior truck, and I had all these plans for it. So it's like, I'm going to put the R1 up for sale, 3,200, no offers. If I sell it, I'll get the Mitsubishi Warrior. If I don't sell it, I keep the R1. 3 days later I sold it. No haggling, he brought it straight. So bought a Mitsubishi Warrior. Then last year got it into my head to buy an absolutely dog rough Fireblade to do a trip to Scotland with my brother, my nephew and my mate. So I bought this, paid about $550 for this. I bought it for originally. Don't get me wrong, I've spent, because I basically stripped it down to nothing and rebuilt it up, and all new bearings, new chains, sprockets. I've just gone through everything. Anyway, I'm into this bike now for nearly £3,000. But it would have been a lot more if I didn't, if I didn't learn to spray. I'm still no bike sprayer or no paint sprayer, but I think I've got around it. It's, you know, it's not perfect, but it's definitely better than it was. So into it for nearly £3,000, but because I've had back issues and that, I wanted to put upright bars on it. So I've done that. Months of trying to sort out the carb issues with it. It's still not perfect, but it needs dyno in now to solve that last little bit. It started off with 122, I might have said it before, 122 main jets in it, and now there's 115s in it. Had to adjust where the intakes was in the filter box because it was drawing too much air into the original position when it's got no fairing on. So just loads of little niggles. But anyway, so I've rode it. I'm not getting that super fast sports bike feel out of it. It's like, and it's sit up right, and it's just not my thing. So it's like, I'm going back this winter, I'm going back to drops. So that's what I've done. I've just put the drops on it. I want steering damper on it, because even though it's not running perfect and I'm not getting it up on its back wheel properly, I'm like, put drops on it, steering damper on it, because I want it I do want it better than the R1. I don't think I'm going to get that feeling out of it like I did from the R1, but I am trying. So previous video I put on what the damp is going to be, but I've come across a couple of issues what I'm going to share with you now. So issue basically is when I put the steering damper on it, it's the bracket what goes onto the steering stem. So you got that up the kit, and then your nut goes, steering stem nut goes on top of that. But when I put that bracket on and I put the steering stem on, nut on, I'm only getting a couple of threads. That's no good. So got to make up some space to get more thread on it. So notice the actual bracket is about 5-6 mil thick. It doesn't need to be that thick. It's a steering damper bracket. It's just way too thick. So this is where my brother gets involved. He is going to machine it, so it's going to be about 3 mil thick. So I'm going to gain about 2 or 3 mil out of it, which is going to be awesome. And then the actual steering stem nut, if you take your nut off and look underneath, there's a little chamfer where the thread don't go all the way down. You've still got a couple of mil where there's no thread. So in theory, we can lose a little bit off there. So again, my brother's going to do it. He's just going to machine it and just skim a bit off. And hopefully them two together is going to get me enough thread on the top. If it doesn't, then we're going to take the top yoke where it sits onto the double castle nut. See, the double castle nut, I could lose a touch off there as well, but I'm trying not to, but if I do, I do. And then underneath where the top yoke comes and it sits on, I can take a mil or so off the bottom of that, or my brother can. So I've asked him when he does these to do some video in, so I can show you exactly what we're doing on it. But then that'll have the steering damper on, that's going to have my drops on, and it's just going to feel so much better. So then my headlights I've got to repaint because I've put some scratches in my headlights. My engine casings I've got to repaint the one side, so I'm going to do them both anyway. So because it just needs retouching up and just a few little touches up, but that's my plan before I bring it out 1st of April next year. That's when it's coming out, 1st of April. So I'm going to do April, May, June, July, August, September. So running it for 6 months. So I'm going to run it from the 1st of April to the end of September. So that's my 6 months plan. And then again, next year will be any more alterations I'm going to do to it. So that is where I'm at with it. So yeah. So I'm working on that. I had to wash it and everything. I've just fired it up. It hasn't been on now for 2 months. So I thought I'll better run it over, get it up to temperature. Took about 10 seconds, 15 seconds to get it fired up because it hadn't been run for a couple of months. But then once it's fired up, it sounded nice. It sounded sweet. So I just brought it up to temperature, then shut it off like. I've washed it as well. I'll give it a quick rinse over because even though I had it covered up, I've been working on me TT spare wheels. So I did put a video up of me doing some work on them and painting. Object with that is I've got some lovely 10-spoke wheels on the car, but they're absolutely battered and need refurbing. So I brought some 5-spoke wheels. Tyres were rotted on them, so I had the tyres whipped off them. It's allowed me to work on the 5 spokes. I'm happy with the colour of these, so I think I'm gonna once these go on the car, if I'm totally happy, my 10 spokes going to be in the same. So now next plan is we're going to wait till after Christmas now, so the lacquer's really hardened off. Go up to the local tyre place. They're going to pull off me 10-spoke wheels, take the tyres off them, pull them onto me 5-spoke wheels, balance them up, put them on the car. Then that's freed up my 10 spokes, so I can start refurbing them. Once them are refurbed, I'm not going to change tyres. I'm going to put some Michelin Pilot Sports on it, or Sports Pilots, can't remember which way it round, but put some brand new ones on there. Then that's going to be me 10 spokes done. And then obviously I've got these 5-spoke wheels. Don't know if to keep them and have them as like backup wheels, or if I need to do any work on the 10 spokes, or whether to pass them on, let them go to someone. So I haven't decided that yet, so that will be the future thing. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. If you haven't subscribed already, it's a new channel. I already got like 20 subscribers anyway. I don't know how well this video or this channel's going to do, but I am trying to make the content interesting and trying to keep it mainly Fireblade. I will put some stuff. I do love me Audi TT as well, so I will be putting some stuff up about that and what I'm doing on that. But the main thing is to do all my bits of jobs on this on TT, and then when the spring comes again and it comes back out, I will be back on to doing some more Breakfast Blade videos. So yeah, that's it. So all I say is have a great Christmas, have a great New Year, and I will speak to you soon.